Hello everyone and welcome to our video series on Learn German Grammar. In today's lesson, you'll be learning how to differentiate between two Modalverben, können and müssen. If you want, you can revise what are Modalverben. For the same, we have given a link below. You can also revise both the verbs individually by watching their videos. Links are given below. In this video, we'll be doing a small exercise at the end. So let's begin. Können, oder, müssen. Here are two examples. Heute kann ich nicht lernen. Ich bin krank. In this sentence, the modal verb können talks about the ability of a person. The next example is Heute muss ich lernen. Ich habe morgen einen Test. In this sentence, the verb müssen shows us a necessity. Why one has to learn today. Let's first go through the verb können. Let's see what are the various uses of this verb. Fähigkeit. Können is used to describe the ability. For example, Tim kann gut singen. You can also negate this sentence. You can say, Tim kann nicht gut singen. In this case, that will be inability or Unfähigkeit. Another very common use of können is when you are expressing Möglichkeit or possibility. For example, Heute kann es schneien. So the verb können is expressing the possibility of snow. Just like the previous case, here also you can negate the sentence to express something impossible or Unmöglichkeit. For example, Heute scheint die Sonne. Es kann nicht schneien. Another very common use of können is when you are making polite requests, höfliche Bitte. For example, können Sie mir helfen? The next use of können is when you're talking of permission or Erlaubnis. Du kannst jetzt schreiben. The use of können for Erlaubnis is only in very limited situations. For example, when parents are talking to their kids or when a teacher is talking to his or her pupils. Now let's look at the next modal verb, müssen. The most basic use of müssen is when you're expressing necessity. Notwendigkeit. For example, Ich muss morgen arbeiten. In this case, it's a must that I have to work tomorrow. That's why you would use the modal verb muss. You can also say Ich kann morgen arbeiten. But in that case, it wouldn't be a necessity. It would be an ability. For example, that you have time and you can say Ich kann morgen arbeiten. So basically, the situation really defines what modal verb you should use. Coming back to the sentence, it can also be negated. You can say, Morgen ist Sonntag. Ich muss nicht arbeiten. Let's look at the next use of müssen. Befehl. Du musst sofort ins Bett. Here also please do remember that such a situation is only when parents are talking to their kids. Let's move to the final use of müssen, when you're talking of a commitment or Verpflichtung, something that you are committed to, for example in society, at work, in family, or in a relationship. For example, wir müssen einander respektieren. Now these were the various situations where you would use können and müssen. While using these verbs, it's very important to also conjugate them correctly. Let's look at their conjugation together. For können, ich kann, du kannst, sie können, sie es kann, wir können, ihr könnt, sie können, sie können. Similarly for müssen. Ich muss, du musst, sie müssen, sie es muss, wir müssen, ihr müsst, sie müssen, sie müssen. Do remember that during conjugation of the modal verben, the ich and the sie es forms are the same. For the conjugation of du, you just add an st to the conjugation of ich. Great! Now let's move on to the exercise. Übung. You have to fill in the blanks with müssen or können. Don't forget to conjugate them. And here's the first one. This is a dialogue between two people. Try to fill in the correct modal verb. And your answer should be, Hey, kannst du mir heute helfen? Let's see what the reply is. Try to fill these blanks on your own. So in the first sentence, since she's talking about her inability to help, you would say, Sorry, ich kann nicht. Ich muss lernen. Because she has a situation where she has to learn. Hence, you will use the modal verb muss. It's great if you got that correct. Let's try to do the next one. And your answer should be, Ein Arzt muss manchmal lange arbeiten. Well, situations where you have to study or learn or work generally take the modal verb muss. But once again, it all depends on the situation. Let's move on to the next one. This is also a dialogue. Try to fill in the blank yourself. And your answer should be, Bis wann musst du heute arbeiten? Bis 21 Uhr. I'm sure you got the context here correctly. Well done. Let's do another sentence. And the correct answer is, Ohne Brille kann ich nicht lesen. Here again, we are talking about the inability of a person to read without glasses. Here's the next one. And the correct answer is, Mein Auto ist kaputt. Deshalb muss ich heute mit dem Zug fahren. I'm sure by now you have a feeling of when to use können and when to use müssen. Let's try to do another one. Yes, and your answer should be, Maria kann sehr gut Deutsch sprechen. This was a simple one. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Danke! Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Do click on the bell to receive notifications whenever a new video is uploaded. If you have any comments or questions, you can write them in the comment section below. Tschüss! Auf Wiedersehen!